Hi, my name is Jashayla Smith and I am in Communications 110. I'm here to tell you about the long history of cell phones. Back in 1990s, I was a young girl and I remember that no one had a cell phone. Everyone had house phones and no one really could talk. If you had family long distance, you really couldn't talk to no one long distance. You really didn't get down with what's going on with the technology today. As the world grows, the technology grows. With the technology growing, it's a widespread of people using cell phones. Out of 6.8 billion people in the world today, at least 5 million people use cell phones. Well, I'm going to use. I have been a cell phone user for the last 3 years. I have been out on my own, and I have not had a house phone, not one. I have had numerous of cell phones, but not a house phone. I'm today going to talk to you about the first cell phone. I'm going to also talk to you about the rise in popularity on cell phones, and I want to talk to you about the future in cell phones. Well, the first cell phone had a phone call placed on it by Martin Cooper back in 1973 on April the 3rd. Martin Cooper was with the technology business and designing cell phones. The cell phone weighed about 30 pounds. I'm sorry, weighed about 30 ounces. 30 ounces was a lot for a cell phone. For today, our cell phones only weigh about 3 ounces. Well, it took about 16 years for them to get a cell phone that weighs 16 ounces. That's still a pound. That's like a half of a brick. Who wants to hold a half of a brick to their ear? Not me. I'm surely not you. Therefore, the technology, they improved on technology and they continue to get their things together on how they want to do the cell phones and with how they made cell phones more popular. Well, the popularity in cell phone has grown widespread worldwide on many different levels. A cell phone, when they was first made, well, when they first started becoming popular, they had only a phone call and no text messages. Well, time spread it. Time came in the early 2000s. They came out with cell phones that did have text messages. You could have text message, pay for long distance, and you had could be able to place phone calls in your area. Time has progressed it, and things has become a little bit more interesting and a little bit more open, as in for the cell phones. And they have in 2009 the rate for cell phones is like at its highest right now. Every day it's something new. As of whenever they decided to upgrade the phones, they have upgraded phones to from text messages to picture messages, from picture messages to video, from video now you get to send video messages. You have internet. It's so many things that you can do from a cell phone. It's also easy to get a lot of information from your cell phone. So we must keep our cell phones very close to us and, out of harm's way. Third, I want to talk to you about his future. Well, like I said already, when phones was first created, there was nothing. You couldn't do nothing. So now we can take pictures and video, and we get to watch our kids grow on our cell phones and on the internet and so many other different kind of technology things as in for our ways of communicating. A new phone comes out like every single year. It's always something. I can't tell you where it's going to go because it's always some smart man or a woman that's creating new things for the cell phones. So it have a future that I cannot control or that I cannot speak on. Therefore, we just have to wait and see. But I'm interested to see where it's going because I'm pretty sure it can go for a long way. In conclusion, today we have looked at the long history of cell phones as a communication device. We have talked about creating the dating back to the dating back to 1973 when the first call was made. We have also explored the popularity in cell phones, from how we went from house phones in the 1990s to cell phones in 2000, the early 2000s. As of 2009, most of the world has a cell phone. We also have talked about its future, since we don't know where it's going. We're looking forward to where it's going. And maybe this message or this presentation can maybe reflect, as in for letting, maybe you don't have a cell phone, or maybe you want to try. It's a real good device. It's something that's very personal, and as you learn cell phones, you learn a little bit more about technology. You learn a little bit more about what's going on in the everyday life. Well, some people hate cell phones. My grandmother say, cell phone, why do you want to give me this cell phone? I don't know. Just dial the number for me. Some people don't progress with technology. So some people hate technology, hate the expanding of technology, but I feel like they just scared of the world evolving. Personally, that's my personal opinion. I feel like that they just scared that maybe the world gonna leave them with technology. Well, I want to thank you for joining in on my history of cell phones for Communications 110. And again, this is just Shayla Smith. Have a nice day.